Hi, and welcome back to Community Hotline. My name is Monica Weitzel. We're here at MetroEast Community Media in Gresham, Oregon. And here with us tonight for our very last segment of Community Hotline, we're going to talk with the I Have a Dream Foundation. With us, we have Tracy Rossi, the director of the Dreamer programs. Welcome, Tracy. Nice to have you here. And Paz Ramos is the principal of Alder Elementary, the first Dreamer school in the nation.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, something to be proud of. Tracy, let me start with you if I can, and tell me a little bit about the I Have a Dream Foundation, what that's all about for those who may have missed the news and not heard what it's all about.
Yeah, certainly. So I Have a Dream has been in Oregon actually since 1990, and we traditionally adopted third grade classes. So we have 10 classes that follow that model, and we would provide 3 core services. We would provide wraparound services, so academic tutoring or healthcare providers. We will help link kids with those resources. If they have dental pain, we could help solve that problem so that they'd have.
So by wraparound services, you're meaning you're not just focusing on the scholastic, you're focusing on the whole person.
Exactly, exactly, which we think is very important.
Sure, it is.
Another cornerstone of what we provided is making sure that each of our dreamers has a long-term relationship with a caring adult. So the mentoring relationship is really important, and we think that helps them achieve success. And for us, success in the I Have a Dream model is academic success. So we want them to be successful in school, in college, in the careers that they choose. And the third piece of that model is providing a cultural college. So inspiring a belief in our dreamers that college or a post-secondary certificate or opportunity is their birthright. And so we help provide those opportunities to reach that goal.
Wonderful. Now, something has changed here. It used to be there was just a class that was adopted. Mm-hmm. What's changed? Paz, do you want to address this? What's different now?
Well, I think that's a big change that the board of I Have a Dream really went up front and did. They want to change it to a different model where they can make an impact, not just on that class, but in the school, the district, and the community. And so about 3 years ago, they informed all the districts around who wanted to apply to be the first Dreamer school in the nation. And there was 5 districts that applied, and they chose 3 districts. And lo and behold, Alder Elementary was selected to be the first Dreamer school in the nation, meaning all of our kids they're privileged. They're going to have the ability or the right to continue on into college. And Alder is a high poverty school.
Yes, yes.
And so,
well, congratulations, first of all, because that's a huge accomplishment to be named the only Dreamer school, not just a class, but the school in the nation. Yeah. So tell me a little bit more about Alder.
Well, Alder Elementary is the second highest poverty school in the state of Oregon. Wow. We're about 95% free and reduced. We represent over 20 different languages. 20 different languages. We have a high population of English second language learners. Mm-hmm. So probably about 75% of our kids, their first language is not English. And so that's one thing that we have to work with our kids.
Sure.
We have about 20% mobility rate, meaning we 20% of our kids don't stay with us when they start in kindergarten. So that's something that we're trying to really make sure our families stay in Alder. Another thing that we have is we have about probably about 120 of our kids are homeless.
Wow.
Meaning living with somebody else or living in a shelter or so on.
And these kids are ages what? Is this
this kindergarten through 5th.
Kindergarten through 5th.
Yes, ma'am.
And they're and there's that many that are homeless.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow. That's got to be really, really tough. I mean, having English as a second language is hard enough. Being, in a poverty level home is hard enough, and being homeless on top of it, those are a lot of strikes against a kid.
It is. It is.
So what, Tracy? Maybe tell me, what is the I Have a Dream Foundation? You said they do the wraparound.
Yes.
The wraparound. I don't know what you call it, wraparound program or services.
Yes.
Yes. So how does that help the kids?
Yeah. So when we decided to adopt an entire school, there were a lot of compelling reasons. The relationship that the district has with Alder is a huge piece, so we have a lot of support from the district level and in the building. And what it translates into is that we are collaborating with a variety of different organizations that come into Alder and help provide a lot of those different services.
A lot of partnerships.
Yes. So in the on the academic intervention side, we have collaborated with many organizations, but some of them include Portland Reading Foundation, and they actually come in and work with the kids individually on very, very intervention strategies so they can bring their reading scores up. And again, the change in the model going from adopting a 3rd grade class to having the opportunity to work with older kindergartners is huge, because we're able to start much earlier, and it's in alignment with the governor's initiative to really focus on early childhood education. So the academic services is one area. Paz mentioned the mobility rate. We also recognize really quickly that the whole idea of the neighborhood is something that we want to have an impact on, not just the school, because that's going to be important for families. So we're addressing things like housing, or addressing things like jobs and transportation. Wow. So we're collaborating with a lot of different housing agencies, advocacy groups, so that we can provide some advocacy classes for families, but also looking at ways to leverage emergency services at Alder. They have some coming in already. Alder is what's called a Sun School, Schools United Neighborhoods, so they have a lot of programs that come in, but we're trying to identify gaps and barriers that we can fill those gaps as well.
Now, does this just affect the kids that were in kindergarten when you became a Dreamer School, or is this an ongoing thing?
It's an ongoing thing.
So it will remain a Dreamer School?
The Have a Dream Foundation has signed a 15-year contract with the district.
Nice.
So yeah, it will be an ongoing thing. Any child that comes into Alder will be a dreamer, will be affected to this, and so that's why it's very, very important that our parents understand the importance of their kids staying at Alder.
So what has been the response of parents to this?
The response of parents is we're really trying to communicate to them, because we're kind of in our 2nd year. Our first year was a planning year, and last year we had a night where we just took a survey of our 1st grade parents, and really told them what it meant to be a dreamer for their kids. And this year we're gonna be looking at every grade level, so really communicate to the parents what it means for your child to be a dreamer at Alder Elementary, so they understand what really the services are for their kids, for themselves, and for the whole community.
What a huge benefit.
Oh, yeah.
It's a huge benefit. Now, I was talking to some friends about you coming on the program, and they were wondering, how do you get a child who's in kindergarten to understand or buy into the concept of, I'm going to go to college someday, or I'm going to continue on? How do you do
Let
that?
him tell you. You'll be amazed, and you have to come visit, because it's all over the place. You can't escape it at Alder.
Well, that's one thing that's very, very important for our kids to see. College. See that college is important to them. As you know as well as I know, a lot of those kids don't get that at home.
Right.
And so they get it here at our school.
I'm sure a lot of the families haven't had anybody that's gone to college in their family.
Correct.
Possibly even graduated from high school in a lot of those cases, I would think.
And prior to I Have a Dream coming in, my first year at Alder, we built this culture of college. We started with college pennants all over the place.
Oh, yeah?
We put a board saying what college are you going to attend, and we put college pennants there. We put college banners in the gymnasium. We have our board in front says Alder students are college bound. And so at every grade level, a college has adopted at every grade level.
Oh, really?
Mount Hood has a college adopted kindergarten. 1st grade with Portland Community College, 2nd by Concordia, 3rd by Lewis and Clark, 4th by Linfield College, and 5th by Portland State.
I love it. That's great.
And there's more coming.
And what does that mean when they've adopted
the minimum that we ask our colleges to do is T-shirts for our kids, and college pennants, or a banner that they can put in their
something to kind of inspire them a little bit.
Yeah.
And we've done college visits. This year, our 1st and 2nd graders went and visited Concordia.
Really?
Concordia,
right
yes.
down the street from me.
Right.
Nice college,
and
yes.
And so we're things that the kids have never seen before, what college is really like.
Yeah.
And in 5th grade, last year, our 5th graders, they took an overnight trip to Linfield. They stayed in the dorms.
Oh, how fun.
Professors taught them. So it's really that culture of college just ingrained into the whole day.
And they buy into that.
They buy into it.
Yeah.
We do cheers once a month, where we say kinder, what is your number? And they'll say 2028, and we go all the way up to 5th grade, whatever class there is when they're going to graduate from college. And at the end, we just say, Alder, where are you going? And they'll just say college. So it's really just implanting that into their hearts and their minds about college. And before I Have a Dream came in, we would tell our kids, you're going to college. But it was very difficult to continue that on. But now it's a reality, because I Have a Dream is partnering with Alder to help our kids be successful as they get older.
How great. So these kids they're here through 5th grade. What happens to them after they leave Alder?
Well, from our school, they go to two middle schools, Reynolds Middle School and H.B. Lee. And they still get followed through all the way through up to high school. They still get the services in middle school. They do. It continues.
Okay, because I would think that's where you're going to lose them.
No, the services are still going to follow those kids.
Wow.
So mentoring and the whole idea of getting the kids on college campuses, so making sure that during the summertime that the Dreamers who are in middle school get back to those college campuses, because it's going to have a little different meaning as they get older.
Yes,
it's going to become more of a reality. So definitely, and then even on to high school, making sure that we maintain a relationship and that we provide opportunities, summer work opportunities in the summer, internships. So our goal is to make sure that we stick with the kids all the way through, because ultimately we want them to graduate from college and have a post-secondary certificate opportunity. So yeah, this is just the beginning.
So how long did you say that I Have a Dream Foundation's been around?
21 years.
21 years. So you've had some time to watch this grow.
Yes.
And what's the success rate like?
We had phenomenal success rate with our Dreamers, and we actually still have 2 classes of Dreamers that are, we have an 11th grade class that are housed at Benson. However, they're at about 20 different schools. And we also have a 7th grade class at Vernon, but again, they're classmates at a variety of different schools, which is one of the reasons we thought that adopting a school would be helpful, because as you can imagine, keeping track of those kids.
Well, yeah. So what happens if these kids that are coming out of Alder then go to several different schools? I mean, you said there's just 2 different ones, but I mean, if they move away, they're going to lose some of that, right?
Right, and that's why we're addressing.
But hopefully you've made a difference already.
Correct.
And implanted that in their heads anyway.
And we're trying to incent them to stay.
Yes.
We really want it to be a school where they stay. Back to your earlier question about our success rate with our traditional class Dreamers, it was wildly successful. Kids were graduating from high school and having college participation rates at double, and in many cases triple the rate of their non-Dreamer peers.
Wow.
So we thought that was wonderful, and we wanted to take our expertise in that area and apply it to the larger school. We were happy with the results, but because we called it an occasional miracle model, we were having huge results with the families, and maybe their siblings would also benefit from some of their college readiness activities and work, but we weren't really having as much of an impact at the school or in the community that we wanted, and that's what we hope to gain while we're at Alder.
It's more of a holistic approach,
Very
isn't it,
much
to the
so.
child? We don't have very much time left. Tell me, what can people do to help if they are interested in somehow becoming involved with the foundation or with Alder School? What can people do?
I'll tell you from a foundation perspective, we are a privately funded organization, and so there are a lot of different ways for people to give their time, talent, and treasure. So if they want to come and volunteer, there are a lot of volunteering opportunities. We mentioned the long-term caring relationship with an adult. We love to have mentors and volunteers at the school. Huge impact to all of the kids.
I'm sure,
yeah. But of course, we'd also, if people are interested in learning more about the organization and making donations, we can show them a variety of different ways that their money is used with the kids, everything from reading to summer opportunities, the culture of college. So just let us know if people have more questions. We're happy to answer them.
Great. Great.
I think the biggest thing that they could support us in is, like Tracy said, our mentors. We need caring adults that will take these kids under the wings and support them all the way through. A lot of our kids don't get that support at home. Parents work, single parent.
They don't have time, they don't have the energy, they don't have,
And so a mentor is very important for our children.
And is there a specific time commitment you require for a mentor?
We work with a wide range of organizations. This is one of the nice parts.
Okay.
Paz calls it the secret salsa of the Dreamer School Project. So we have wonderful organizations that we've partnered with: Family of Friends, Friends of the Children, Big Brother, Big Sister, and Oasis, and SMART, Start Making Your Reader Today.
Right.
So depending on the time that a person has to spend, it might impact what organization they can come under. And so it could be a one-time-a-week opportunity reading to kindergartners in SMART, or it could be in a community-based mentoring model where they hang out with a kid once a week outside of school time. So we'll work
Lots
with
of
folks.
opportunities.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, thank you both so much for being on. It's a great opportunity for the children. I'm so happy for them. I think this is wonderful. It's a great thing to be involved in, I would think, watching the difference you're making in these kids' lives. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
If people are interested, the ihaveadreamfoundation.org, is that?
Yes, I Have a Dream, or I Have a Dream Foundation, Oregon.org.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. People can go on the website, check it out, get all the information they need. So if you are interested in making a donation, being a mentor, being involved, or just want to find out more, please go to their website and check it out. I'm so glad you stayed with us for this segment of Community Hotline. Thank you, Paz. Thank you, Tracy. So nice to have you here. I'm Monica Weitzel. We'll see you here next week.
Thank you, Monica.
Thank you.